Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 17 of Abandoned Kids the Teen Years. And if you are returning, welcome back. And in this part, we have Sawyer's sister and her fiance over to meet them so that we can invite them to the wedding when we have that. But I did manage to already do all the introductions in between parts. So I'm just like, why don't we talk about the windy weather? She's very flirty from a sweet serenade from Sawyer. Of course. And she looks like she's actually a little bit hungry. So perhaps after she chats with him a little bit, I will put walls back and cut away. And I will have her go over here. Let's see what's in the fridge and see if she should perhaps make some to eat or if there's maybe enough in there. There is some taco casserole, 7 servings of that, and some pancakes. Probably there's enough for now, and we can have someone cook at a later time. So we'll just have her grab something to eat. And, you know, as usual, everybody came home from school. They're not in the best. I don't know what you're doing there, my dear. Oh, you're finally moving. Sylvia, are you putting that book away? Oh, you're putting it in the chest. That's with the case of our disappearing books. They put them in this chest instead of on the bookcase. So I probably should move this chest somewhere where they maybe don't put things so readily, because they seem to want to put the books in there instead of putting it into the. Did I go in the right place? It did. Instead of the bookcase that we have, which is over here. Of course, we still have a toddler bookcase. We maybe should. Well, I was going to say we should change that up for a proper bookcase at some point, but at the same time, they probably like having that. She probably should read something. She needs some fun. You know, she could come play the game. Are you coming to play? You're going to join. That's a good way to get some fun. I think that's good. So, and you have a phone call coming? No, we're not going to... I guess we can answer. Maybe we'll try and become friendly with our parents again now that they're reaching out to become friends, because of course her mother we got engaged. We got a thank you. So we have someone leaving, and back to the parents. They sort of trying to get involved with their family again now that they've found them. So he needs to be married to his best friend forever, and I'm not actually sure that they are best friends forever. Let's take a look into the relationship panel. I selected the wrong one to start with. And they're soulmates, they're engaged, but they do not seem to be best friends forever. So perhaps before we get them married, we will have them become best friends forever. So we're going to go into friendly. And I guess we'll ask about the career, even though she doesn't have one. I think I will have her do the flower arranging career, because that's even though they don't get paid really for the flower arranging career, and hopefully, or the gardener career in general, hopefully they'll fix that. I'm assuming that's not meant to be like that. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. So it looked like Savannah went out. We are going to try and find that become best friends forever. There it is, become best friends. And it is windy out, which is why they obviously could talk about the windy weather, and it is cool. So she's unemployed for now. I think what we'll do is have her join the career. And we're going to go here. Oh, she still has to talk to her mother. I was thinking of not talking, because I find that they tend to... Amelia and Brian were best friends. I'm sure Brian will find someone else to be best friends with. I kind of wish you could have more than one best friend, to be quite honest. I don't see why you can't have more than one best friend. It doesn't actually make a lot of sense to me. So what I'm trying to go in here and do is go onto the different tab. That's why it's not coming up and prompting me. I think we're going to purchase a gift, because when they do get married, I'd like to have some cameras at the wedding. So, but I think they'll just be... They are just going... Well, they do have some categories. It would be nice if they had, like, other as a category, because books is books, toys are toys, and gardening is gardening. But there are some things in here that don't fall in under those categories, so the only way to get them is to show all and scroll through everything. Now, I don't want to get this appreciably average digital camera. I would rather get the best one. Only the best, because I want the large pictures. So we're going to buy a crystal clear digital camera, And maybe we'll actually buy a few gifts to give out. We're going to get some medicine just to have, because I find they seem to be getting sick quite often. And she doesn't really need any plants right now, I don't think, unless we're prompted to. And I keep looking. I'm trying to find... Oh, you know what? I don't think they let you buy... I was thinking that they let you buy the slablet in here, because if you buy it and put it in their inventory, you can give it as a gift. But they don't like to actually buy it as a gift. It would be kind of nice if they added that to this category here. But I think I want to buy more than one of those cameras, because I think I want to give them to all of them. So maybe that's the gift we'll give to everybody. So there are 5 of them. So she's going to keep one for yourself. That's going to be a very expensive. Maybe we don't need that many of them. Maybe we just need to have 2, and then we'll get some of the slightly lower down, not the barely better digital camera. We'll buy the appreciably average digital camera. We'll buy a few of those. That's what we'll do. So there goes that money. But speaking of money, she has a ton of things in her inventory. So I think I need to go in here and sell some of these things that she has in her inventory. Or maybe what we'll do is we'll make some garlic wreaths, because I think they may be better than in terms of money. Oh, and we got our first question. Sawyer got to parenting level 4 as a result of it. But who am I? So I'm not sure what I want to be when I grow up. Pick something you like. No worries, you have time. And I don't remember what these help. So I'm going to do this. Okay, empathy increases, responsibility decreases. So he's going to have to work on do his homework to get his responsibility back up, because I expect that fell. Yes, it did fall out of his range. And he's a little bit hungry. So why don't you first grab something to eat, get some leftovers, and then you should work on your homework so that you get your responsibility back in a range again. Now, I did try and sell some strawberries out of her inventory, and they weren't worth very much, her being Amelia, but it didn't, since she's still talking, so we'll see whether or not she ends up being... Maybe before I sell all of these wolfsbane and the things that you need to make the vampire cures, I should maybe make a couple more to help cover the fact that they... Yes, I was concerned about that. Very playful, because all of these other things boost the fact that she got this family gossip, which is why I often don't actually answer the phone when those calls come, because, as soon as your young adult are up, don't work very well. Now, he's a bit hungry, and someone's left some pancakes out. They're still good for a while, so I'm going to put them back in the fridge. He wants to make some pet food, and he's eating. Brian's eating. Sylvia is sleeping. She needs some fun. You should probably come out here and play a little bit, so that before you go to school tomorrow, you're in better shape. We're going to play something, and maybe we need to have her clear that. I do wish they wouldn't set the place, like the table, where there is a computer, because that's a table and not a desk, because I like to use desks. I like to use tables a lot for them, because you can put 2 computers beside each other. So hopefully that doesn't interfere with her playing there. She wants to clean a rodent cage. Well, I don't think it's dirty, but let's check on. Speaking of Bob, his hunger is okay, his attention and activity are content. So let's go take a look. She is just happy. So I think what I'll do is I'll let her go to sleep, because she's tired, and it's not really that late. It's only 10 o'clock. I'm concerned if she goes to sleep now, she will wake up really, really early. Just looking at maybe what she should do before she goes to sleep is she should perhaps read some of the flower arranging skill book, which I may have already bought. And even if I did buy it, it doesn't mean that it's in there, because of course we know they put some of the books over into this. No, the only book they put in there is the vampire book. Maybe I didn't buy it. Or maybe someone has it. Is there an option to clean up books? There is not. Well, I'm just going to buy it again, even though I thought I had purchased it already. Unless it's what he's reading. Yep. So I'll buy it again, because it's being read right now. So I did remember correctly. I had bought it, but it's not like it's expensive. It's only 75 simoleons, so I think it makes sense just to buy another one, since I want her to do a little bit of reading before she goes to sleep, since she's getting a little bit tired. But like I said, I'm a little concerned if she went to sleep right away, she'd wake up really, really early, and then like it's a vicious cycle where they end up being really tired and everything over and over again. And while I do want to schedule the wedding, I just realized that all my places for weddings in my world are all outside, and since they're calling for rain on the weekend, I had checked the weather forecast. I don't know that we want to get married outside, so I'm kind of thinking I almost need to find somewhere. I need to either edit a lot so that it has an indoor area to actually get married inside, or find something on the gallery to place for them to get married at. I often like to go get them married at my Chino Meadows, but yeah, I'm just not sure. So he's going to bed. He's a little bit tired and hungry. I need some social and needs to have a shower. But you know what? It's early, so I think you should do the same thing. You should come over here and maybe for your social, why don't you come over here and talk to Bob, and let's see if that helps your social very much. You don't need fun, and it'll help Bob hopefully, and he is full, so he doesn't need any food. Does that help your social very much? We're gonna talk, ask about rodents. That's all we're gonna do. We'll do a couple things and see how much. I'm keeping an eye on that. So Brian's responsibility is back in the range to earn the responsible trait. So it did a little bit. It boosted it, so it's not, but it was never yellow. It was just a bit not as good. So then he's going to come over here and get some... Oh, Eric! Oh, that helped. I'm guessing with his sociability. Let's take a look. If we collect badge... Well, maybe not. He's civic responsibility and scholarly aptitude. So I'm not sure which of those two it helped with, because it didn't help with anything I was expecting it to help with. Does he need to view his badge progress? He does. So I'll do that. I'm going to just get him to collect his badges. And how about you, Brian? You're energized, a little bit tired. So you're going to do some push-ups because So he has now been promoted to Griffin Scout, and he gets a scouting manual, which right now they're not getting the scouting manual. You actually need to buy the scouting manual, so I will make sure that I buy those. And I do want to, now she's getting really, really tired. So I think I'm just going to have them all like finish looking after themselves and go to sleep, and then we'll be back in the morning. Oh, something's broken. We'll be back in the morning. Well, it's morning and school is starting really soon. I have no idea what Sawyer's off to do. He's off to play with emotion, and he can't really work on this soulmate aspiration, but he doesn't really have very much else to do. Let me see what he needs. He needs to gift. He's got everything, and he works. He doesn't work today. He's got the day off. So from that perspective, it would have been a good day for him to have gotten married, but we haven't done that, so that's not going to happen. Unless... It's probably better to do it on the weekend, because I find sometimes when they get home from school, the teens, unless I was to have them take a day off of school, the teens themselves, they're very upset and stressed, or they need fun and all those things. So probably not the best frame of mind for having a wedding. So I did notice that Sylvia is going through a mean streak. So we're going to adopt as a care dependent, because they're asking him questions regardless of whether he is. So I want to be able to unlock these parenting. So we're going to encourage winding down with classical. But what I really wanted to do after we do that is I want to ask about the phase. So I want to see if there's anything we can do with his mean streak to help it end sooner. So speaking of the wedding, and then I was also hoping that might help him with his parenting skill. The encouraging, the winding down. He got to 4, now he's up to 5, so that's good. So let's see. Do we get an answer when we asked about the mean streak? Oh, she has to go to school. Let me enjoy my mean streak. Disciplining my actions will make me behave. Do you really want to spoil my fun? So she is done, and she needs to go to school. Now I'm going to check their needs. So Eric needs social, so I'm going to have him make friends, because he has actually already. Poor Brian is hungry, but I'll let him make friends too. And I think probably when she gets there, apart from the fact that she also needed to have a shower, I'm going to have her make friends as soon as she's off because her social isn't doing very well either. So there we go. So they're all happy. And so what I was going to pause so they don't distract me is if you have a place for a wedding, let me know and in the comments down below and your origin ID, and I could take a look and perhaps put it in my game for them to use to get married. But I will also try and take a look to see if I can find anything myself, because like I said, with seasons and with weather, it's maybe not so good to have all my wedding locations be outdoor spots, even though of course with Machino Meadows it's only the actual wedding itself that's outside. The reception area is in the building, so that's one positive for it. You can be inside, and even like with the chalet, that doesn't actually work very well unless you edit it, because the kitchen is off limits, but you could go in and edit it, I'm sure, to make it take place there. But I also find with that the wedding location is really far from the chalet, so I don't really like it, and there's nowhere like formal for people to sit down. There's just a wedding arch, so I find it's a really good place to take my Sims to go and elope and have a wedding arch. It's kind of nice. Same with, there's a place in Bridleton Bay with a wedding arch, and you can do the same thing, but I don't know that it works so well otherwise. So that's why I'm not so sure about that. So she's having something to eat. And how are you? You're a little bit hungry too, so why don't you grab, were you going to do laundry? And take to hamper. Is there some clothes on the ground outside? There is. They were sparkling. I'm not really sure what they were because you've taken them and they're going to the hamper now. So why don't you grab something to eat and just enjoy some quiet time with your fiance since everybody's at school. And I'm going to have Amelia, I'm going to have her get a job because, as I was starting to say, I don't know if I finished what I was saying, the gardener career, while it doesn't seem to pay very well because you get 10 simoleons for your day or for when you complete your task, at least it gives her a career to be doing, and you do get the bonus money, and hopefully that is, like I was starting to say, that hopefully that's actually a glitch and not as intended, because to me it doesn't actually make a lot of sense that they don't pay you, because they do pay you for other careers and that you work from home. But I do find that the work from home tasks generally are pretty easy to do in the gardener career from when I've done it. So she has also Fridays off. So she got some bonuses. And her work assignment is to purchase some garden seeds. So we will let her do that. Oh, see, this is full. Maybe you should go pick up clothing piles. So it's pristine and soaked. Maybe you don't need to. Maybe you should just put that into the dryer. Why don't we do laundry, add to dryer? Maybe we'll add it to the, excuse me, if I can do this. Maybe we'll try adding it to the clothesline and see. I kind of wonder if I have to reset her a little bit, because I'm not sure which one she's going to do. I don't want her to take it to the hamper. It's clean. It doesn't need to go in the hamper. I want you to put it on the clothing line. It looks like she is. So Eric went to school with his Jungle Adventures gear. Oh, and poor Leah looks like she's afraid of something. So it looks like we have some things here. But I think what I want to do, what is she tense about? She is feeling cooped up inside. So I'm going to let her go here. And maybe what we'll do is we'll have her ask for gardening tips for a bit and search pockets for seeds. I don't think that will count for buying seeds, us purchasing garden seeds, but is it raining? It's raining. Oh, I don't think the clothes are going to dry outside because it's raining out. Oh, well. So she's getting more things from the Artifacts Association. Now, is she going to actually get anything from this or not? Yes, she got something. What she got, I don't really know, and it doesn't count. I didn't expect it to, but I thought it was fun to try. And I bet you he is sick. He's sick. That's not good. You don't take a shower. That's not really necessary. I'm going to have you purchase your seeds like you're supposed to do. So we're going to go onto the computer, and I think I want to order seasonal seeds is what I'd like to do. So I'm going to purchase some winter plants, and that should tick that off. So that's what I mean. I mean, in this case, it was just a work from home assignment. But if anything, the work from home assignments and the things you have to do, sometimes they cost you money, and then you get 10 simoleons for doing them. So that's why I'm hoping it's actually a bit of a glitch that they don't get paid versus plan, because it honestly doesn't make a lot of sense to me that they don't. But I just realized, and I don't know where so I'm going to go take her, have a shower here. But I am going to leave it here, and they're going to sort of do their own thing over the day, and in the next part we'll be back at the end of the school day when the kids all get home from school. And hopefully by then I will have figured out what I'm doing about a wedding location so that we can schedule the wedding to take place on Saturday afternoon in the game, or that's my hope. But that is going to be it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!